Have you ever wondered which Bible figures could completely change your perspective on faith? When I reflect on my own faith journey, I'm reminded of the incredible impact that certain Bible figures have had on my life. These trailblazers of faith have inspired me to deepen my relationship with God, and I believe they can do the same for you. In this video, I want to share with you the life-changing Bible figures that have transformed my faith journey. From leaders who demonstrated unwavering obedience to God's will, to heroes who stood up for what was right in the face of overwhelming opposition, each of these figures has something unique to teach us about living a life of faith. Over the next few minutes, I'll be sharing their stories and highlighting the lessons that have made a profound impact on my own walk with God. So, if you're ready to be inspired by the lives of these remarkable individuals, let's dive in and explore the ways in which they can shape and strengthen our faith. Moses is one of the most iconic leaders in the Bible, and for good reason. His life is a testament to the power of faith and obedience. From leading the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt, to receiving the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai, Moses' trust in God was unwavering. And it's this trust that allowed him to accomplish feats that would have been impossible for a mortal man. One of the most striking things about Moses' story is the way in which he consistently put God's will above his own desires. When God called him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses could have easily refused, citing his own inadequacy and fear. But instead, he chose to obey, even when it seemed impossible. This kind of faith is a powerful reminder that God is capable of working through us, even when we feel inadequate or unsure. Moses' story also teaches us the importance of humility in leadership. Despite being the leader of the Israelites, Moses never let his position go to his head. He remained humble, recognizing that his authority came from God alone. This kind of humility is essential for any leader, and it's a quality that I believe we can all learn from. As I reflect on Moses' life, I'm reminded of the importance of trusting in God, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. His story is a powerful reminder that God is always with us, guiding and directing us towards His will. David is another Bible figure who has had a profound impact on my faith journey. His life is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of honesty before God. From his early days as a shepherd boy, to his later years as king of Israel, David's life was marked by struggles and triumphs. But through it all, he remained committed to God, often pouring out his heart in prayer and song. One of the things that I love about David's story is the way in which he never tried to hide his emotions from God. He was raw, he was honest, and he was vulnerable, often expressing his deepest fears and doubts in his psalms. This kind of honesty is something that I believe we can all learn from. David's story also teaches us the importance of trust in the face of uncertainty. When he faced Goliath on the battlefield, he could have easily let fear take over. But instead, he chose to trust in God, knowing that He was the one who had given him the strength and courage he needed. As I reflect on David's life, I'm reminded of the importance of being honest with God, and trusting in Him even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Esther's story is one of courage and bravery in the face of overwhelming opposition. As a Jewish queen in a foreign land, she could have easily kept quiet and avoided the danger that threatened her people. But instead, she chose to stand up for what was right, using her position to save the Jews from destruction. One of the things that I love about Esther's story is the way in which she didn't let fear hold her back. Despite the risks, she chose to take a stand, trusting that God would guide and protect her. This kind of courage is something that I believe we can all learn from. Esther's story also teaches us the importance of using our gifts and talents to serve others. As queen, Esther had a unique position of influence, and she chose to use it to benefit her people. This kind of selflessness is something that I believe we can all aspire to. As I reflect on Esther's life, I'm reminded of the importance of standing up for what is right, even when it's hard, and trusting that God will guide and protect us along the way. Paul's story is one of transformation and redemption. From a life of persecuting Christians, to becoming one of the most influential apostles of all time, Paul's life is a testament to the power of God's grace. His letters to the early church, found in the New Testament, have had a profound impact on Christian thought, shaping our understanding of God's love and redemption. One of the things that I love about Paul's story is the way in which he never let his past define him. Despite his mistakes, he chose to follow God, trusting that He would use them for good. This kind of redemption is something that I believe we can all learn from. Paul's story also teaches us the importance of community and fellowship in our faith journeys. As he traveled from place to place, spreading the gospel, he often relied on the support and encouragement of fellow believers. This kind of community is essential for any follower of Jesus. As I reflect on Paul's life, I'm reminded of the importance of trusting in God's grace and recognizing that He can use even our mistakes for good. Jesus, of course, is the most influential Bible figure of all. His teachings of love and compassion have shaped the course of human history, inspiring countless individuals to follow in His footsteps. From His earliest days as a young rabbi to His final hours on the cross, Jesus' life was marked by a deep commitment to His Father's will. One of the things that I love about Jesus' story is the way in which He consistently put others before Himself. He didn't come to be served, but to serve, and His teachings reflect this. From the Sermon on the Mount to His parables and miracles, Jesus' message is one of love and redemption. As I reflect on Jesus' life, I'm reminded of the importance of putting others before myself, and recognizing that His message of love and redemption is just as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. As I look back on the lives of these Bible figures, I'm struck by the ways in which they have shaped and strengthened my faith. From Moses' trust in God, to David's honesty and vulnerability, from Esther's courage to Paul's transformation, and from Jesus' message of love and redemption, each of these figures has something unique to teach us about living a life of faith. As I reflect on my own faith journey, I'm reminded of the importance of learning from these trailblazers of faith. They inspire me to deepen my relationship with God, to trust in His will, and to serve Him with my whole heart. I hope that these Bible figures have inspired you, too, to deepen your relationship with God. Take some time to reflect on their stories, and ask yourself how their lessons can be applied to your own life. Thanks for watching, and if you have a favorite Bible figure who has inspired your faith journey, please share in the comments below. And don't forget to check out our next video, where we'll be exploring more faith-related topics.